Hi folks, hope you're doing well. So, I just read something that I just heard it first in a program, in a film I was watching, and then it struck me, ooh, it's talking about what God has been saying about sonship and about the tree of life. This was Paul in 1 Corinthians 15 verses 51 to 52. Behold, I tell you a mystery, we shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye at the last trumpet. For the trumpet will sound, and the dead will be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. Incorruptible. Incorruptible means without any corruption at all, which is exactly. If you go back and listen to the videos where I've talked about the tree of life and what that means when you eat from the tree of life, what was described in those videos was with no corruption. In those videos, I've said what God has said to me about perfection, and that we would be perfect if we eat from that tree of life, and that we can eat from that tree of life now. We can, because those two trees are still available. Now, of course, what Paul is talking about is those who have died. Remember, Paul wrote in Romans 8 that creation is crying out for the revealing of the sons of God, and so were the people then, including Paul. Because Paul was not experiencing that. Paul knew that he would not be experiencing sonship in that way. Not while alive. When dead, yes, but not while alive. He knew that. And that's why he wrote in Romans 8 that we also are hungering for this. Because he knows that he will not see it. And he knows that people in his time would not see it. He knew that. He was speaking about something that would happen in the future. And so when he's talking about now in Corinthians, in 1 Corinthians 15, 51 to 52, he's talking about that perfection. But he's talking about the fact you will get that when you are raised in the twinkling of an eye. You will be raised without any corruption. Well, the idea and the design is that before the Lord comes back, the sons of God will be walking upon this earth. Because if creation is crying out for the sons of God to be revealed, that's going to be before the end of days. Because why would creation be crying out for what happens after the end of days? Creation, most of creation won't be here. The trees won't be here. These trees won't be here. So why would they be crying out for something which will happen after they're gone? They won't be. Creation is crying out for something that will happen before the end of days, before the Lord comes back a second time. So, well, as I say, look, if you understand it, when Yeshua says, "No one comes to the Father except through me," means you can come to the Father. It doesn't mean you will, it means you can. You have to go through him. The only way is through him, but it means you can come to the Father. Okay. Right. That's the first place to start. Because if you come to the Father, you come to the Father as a son. As a son, of God, you are supposed to be, as described, in his image. You are supposed to be the image of your Father. Now, we won't necessarily start when we first come to him. We won't be that. But we're being made into that by having his nature, therefore his will and his ways. But also his incorruptibility. That we will have that. Because God told Adam and Eve, do not eat, do not touch, and do not eat of the fruit of that tree, the tree of knowledge of good and evil. That command of do not was never taken away. At no point in time were we told that we should not eat of the fruit of that tree. Sorry, at no point in time were we told that we should eat from that tree. So therefore, the command that we shouldn't still stands. Those that are of him should not therefore eat of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. If we're not eating of that tree, that means we're eating from the other tree, because there's two trees. There's two trees that you can eat from in the garden. If you're not eating from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, that's Bambini. Having a little stretch. He's having a little sleepies. If you're not eating from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, you will be eating from the tree of life. Now, do I know of anyone at this moment in time who is eating from the tree of life? The answer is, I don't. That doesn't mean nobody is. The question asked is, do I know of anyone? Well, the answer is no. But that doesn't mean that there isn't anyone. At all. Because we know it's possible. We know it's something, well, as I say, in the words of the Lord's Prayer has your will, your ways and your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Right? So the focus is for the things of God to happen on earth as they are in heaven. That's before he comes back. Otherwise, why would we be praying for it if we have to die before it happens? There'd be no point us praying for something that we have to die before it happens. The same as creation. Creation, crying out for something that that creation has to be wiped out first completely before it can happen. Therefore, creation won't see it. Understand the words. On earth as it is in heaven means now. It meant now ever since then. It meant that we should be asking for that ever since then. There's an amber. And Amber was a sweetheart as a pup as well, because Amber didn't really want love. She never really gave kisses. But with Amber, what she'd do is she'd jump up and she'd push her head into your neck. That was her way of giving loves. Yeah, beautiful. That's the way she knew how to give loves. It wasn't much in the way of cuddles and kisses, but it was just that. That's what she did, and that was lovely. She was an absolute sweetheart. She was bitten by the dog next door. They sat there and watched while that dog was attacking her and attacking Chewie. And Anyway, there you go. I'm going to leave you to it. You take care. God bless. And basically, yeah. Read 1 Corinthians 15, 50, was it 51 to 52, was it? Yeah. Yeah. And understand that, yeah. That's what sonship. So Romans 8, 18 plus is talking about that. The sons of God are the people that are going to be walking that out. 1 Corinthians 15, 51, 52. And that's what creation is waiting for. But for Paul and for the people of those days, and most of the people since, they weren't able to have that, and they won't be able to until they die. So, yeah. But we're in a situation where we can, so enjoy. You take care. God bless. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.